My name is Brennan Sessions, and I work at Procter & Gamble, which is a multinational American-based consumer goods company. I work in research and development, which is really an entire organization within and of itself, from functions serving product development and design to the manufacturing process design, and even explaining the claims that we put on our packaging that we sell to consumers. So we've had a relationship with KNIME for many years, predating when I started using it. There's over 10,000 users at P&G that are using KNIME to some extent, solving various business problems, from people in finance and marketing to people like me who are in research and development. My overall experience working with KNIME, I'd have to relate it back to the first time I got a smartphone. How do you think about how you were doing the things that you use your smartphone for before you had one? How were you listening to music? How are you communicating with people? There's things that you couldn't do before that you can do now. Honestly, when I found KNIME the first time, it was like that eye-opening expression that I had when I first got a smartphone. I was like, this can do that too? I've been using it for 4 years, and every time I go in and try to solve a new problem, I have that same feeling. When it comes to how I use KNIME, the role that I do really comes down to digital systems and data reporting. And so how do I navigate the multiple complex structured data systems that we have and make sure that if we have a technical problem that we need to solve, that I can help relay that information quickly and accurately. How I would solve these problems before finding KNIME, it was really a lot of Excel. I was in Excel all the time trying to compile information, going into systems, navigating to various systems, making sure I had the right access levels, making sure that I had the right technical depth I needed to understand the data, and that I was getting the full picture so that I could summarize it in an Excel file and then answer a question. It was extremely static. I would be able to answer a question that would be true today, but with the dynamic nature of our business, that question might have a different answer tomorrow. And so not having the ability to repeat my method and having a consistent approach was something that was always causing me challenges when it came to how quickly could I respond and how confident could I be in what I responded with. So I'm only one user at P&G of KNIME, but for me, there's some obvious quantitative as well as some qualitative improvements. One recent example alone, we needed to respond quickly to some pandemic supply challenges that we had, and I had to consult with dozens of colleagues around the world who are all experts in their own right that would go and generate reports. We'd have to compile those reports in a daily review meeting for each region. And by the time we were able to get to an answer of this decision needs to be made for our supply chain, we were already 2 days late and needed to start all over and come up with what's the new picture for today. This is really when KNIME took me to the next level, where I could figure out what was the logic that each of those experts were using so that I could go in and design that in from our source systems and say, let's compile a consistent, global, logical-based supply chain scenario so that we could have one meeting to decide what do we do next with this living data rather than deciding how to go best and compile the data to answer the question again and again and again. I think this is going to be hard to measure quantitatively.